Drew Steele in the morning and Trey Radel in the afternoon. 2 doses of what cures liberalism. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
It's Big Al from Stevie Tomato's Sports Page. Do you feel American pride and want to shout, God bless America? As a son of immigrants who came through Ellis Island, I stand when the national anthem plays and get emotional thinking of those who have sacrificed for America's greatness. At Stevie's, we're filled with gratitude for our great customers and the country we live in. The firemen, police, emergency service, construction workers, and those who go about each day providing the foundation for our country. We love our customers and express our gratitude with our food, service, and value. Thankful for your dedication for what you do. And to all our great customers, show your love for this great country by going to any Stevie's. Stand at the bar and say loud and clear for all to hear, God bless America, and I'll buy you a 10-ounce beer. Restrictions apply in Cape Coral, Fort Myers, and Naples. God bless America.
Stevie Tomatoes, Sports Page. Come for the food. Stay for the sports.
Tyler McDaniel here.
And Brad McDaniel. We're the second generation of Ken Marcare.
For our whole lives, our father Ken McDaniel raised us and instilled in us the work ethic and morals which we operate under and live by today.
Ken Marcare has teamed up with Maytag to bring high-quality products to you covered by Maytag's exclusive 12-year parts and 12-year dependability promise on select purchases.
Be treated like family. Call Ken Marcare.
239-437-7040. That's 437-7040.
And online at kenmarcare.com.
License number CAC 057163.
The Lee County Supervisor of Elections Office is currently hiring poll workers. If you would like to be part of the elections process, we need your help. All poll workers are paid for their service. For more information, visit the Lee County Supervisor of Elections Office website at lee.vote. That's lee.vote. Remember, all poll worker positions are paid, and the positions available are for the upcoming August primary and November general election.
Summer clearance event going on now at Galliana Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Lowest prices ever on over 1,500 new and certified pre-owned vehicles. All new Jeep Gladiator lease, $259 per month. Loaded luxurious Grand Cherokee Limited lease, $279 per month. New Ram Bighorn Crew Cab lease, just $299 per month. That's right, award-winning Ram trucks, $299 per month. Plus at Galliana Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, you can drive payment-free for 3 months, interest-free for 6 years, and worry-free up to 100,000 miles. Plus, our parts service and body shop are open to serve you. Summer clearance event featuring Ram Bighorn Crew Cabs for $299 per month at Galliana Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 1/2 mile south of Daniels Parkway on US 41 in Fort Myers. Open every day, including Sunday. Call 239-481-2600. GallianaCars.com. 42-month leases, 10,000 miles per year, $32.94 due at signing plus tax, tag, title, 0 security deposit, $13.88 per month per thousand borrowed for 72 months at 0% APR with 0 down with lender approval. Offers don't combine.
We are Moran Wealth Management. Passionate about learning what's important to you and your family. Personable, with 24 professionals dedicated to attentive, customized service and focused on client relationships. Performance-driven. As part of Barron's top 1,200 advisors, Tom Moran, founder, CEO, and senior PIM portfolio manager, is Florida's highest-ranked advisor for 2019. Call 239-920-4440 today or visit MoranWealthManagement.com. Moran Wealth Management. Passionate, personable, performance-driven. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFN.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
All right, it's Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News, 239-479-5592. There's the Tri-Town Construction Talk and Text line. Streaming live on YouTube anytime you want to watch. Just go to Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's. And, of course, we do appreciate every time you subscribe. That does help everything going and keep us up and running, even there if you want to watch on Facebook. And speaking of which, hey, you know, a couple of things. I did want to get to the top 5 audio clips of the day, the 5 at 8:35. I'm going to kind of skip it today because there are other things that I wanted to mention. One of them was about having this guy on. If you're watching there live on YouTube, you'll see him and you'll hear him in just a second. John Cassio, and everybody knows. What do you do?
I'm your boss, Drew.
That's right. He's he's my boss. Hey, listen, it's great to well, he's there. Do you hear that? What is that? It's like somebody's drilling in the building or something, or they're drilling on the other side.
Take down the wall.
I don't know what that is. What is that, Jake? Are they drilling on the other side of the wall, or what's going on over there?
It definitely.
I don't know. It's just scared. It scared Jake, and then the wall shook a little bit, and it doesn't matter because nobody. Right. Everything's fine as long as nobody. Okay. So John Cassio, as you're joining us right now, we talked yesterday about Trump County, how I wanted to bring us into the get rid of Lee County and get Trump County in because, it's bound to happen sooner or later. We're going to have the cancel culture come into Southwest Florida and say, Robert E. Lee County, we got to get rid of the name. And so I'm saying Trump County. How are we doing? Have you been keeping an eye on things? Have you heard from anybody?
Well, it's a grassroots movement, Drew. And
is that your way of saying it's not moving very fast?
No. It's moving great. We've got a couple hundred signatures already on the change.org page. Wow. So we are, we're moving really well. We're through our first stage, our first phase of this thing. And I'm every time I see somebody put some sort of hate tweet on towards Donald Trump on Twitter, I then say, hey, join the movement.
Oh,
and I tweet them and say, hey. So I feel like we've gotten some people who are quietly on our side as well.
Okay.
So, again, you can go to our website, 925foxnews.com. You can sign up there.
Oh, okay. So there's something on the website now, 925foxnews.com?
Yep, on our website, on our Facebook page.
Nice.
On our Twitter account, if you're into things like that.
Okay.
So we have it everywhere. You cannot miss it. And if you've emailed in, we've emailed you back. So we want you part of our movement.
All right. So it is a movement to change the name of Lee County, Florida to Trump County because, the cancel culture is going to come along and cancel it out anyway. So let's get ahead of it and just call it Trump County. What I need is, I wonder if we should do something else, John Cassio, part-time program director here. I wonder if we should also maybe have someone or people, artistes, maybe make some kind of cool graphic for shirts and stuff. Maybe have somebody, people submit. I mean, can we do something like that? Or
we can do something like that. You are really on an idea kick this week.
It's what I'm full of. Of course, that's not what my wife would tell you, but that's a whole different story.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
I'm all in.
But here's
an idea.
But this is what I want. If we're going to do this, I want the logo to look like, I want it to be one of those old school, like Trump County, Florida, with the letters that come out with the lots of colors. I'm trying to think of what.
Like an 80s.
Yeah, that cool
like
80s
band t-shirt.
Yeah, that cool 80s kind of. Jake doesn't agree, but I like that. And then like a silhouette of the state of Florida and then a star right over Southwest Florida like that. I think that would look kind of cool.
Right, and it's not flashy.
Right. It's subtle.
Yes.
Listen, it doesn't have to be
subtle.
flashy. It says Trump. If you just imagine walking through any of the theme parks with this shirt on.
It's just a superhero Trump shirt.
Front and back.
Yet subtle.
Yeah, that you can only.
You could wear it to work if you wanted to.
All right. Hey, did you catch Mike Opelka on Fox and Friends this morning?
Did not. I didn't know he was going to be on.
Yes, for those that listen each and every Friday to this program or listen when he fills in for myself or for Trey, 5 to 7 each and every evening on 92.5 Fox News. He's got a fantastic program. Yes, Mike Opelka was the one who pretty much started this boycott of Goya products when everybody said we need to boycott Goya for going to the White House and talking to the president and saying that we're blessed to have him as president and we got to cancel Goya products. And Mike Opelka said, listen, why don't we just buy Goya products, maybe $10 worth, and you can give it to a local food bank. We do good. We cancel out hate with love, as he put it on Fox and Friends. And he was on the program this morning talking about it. And it was very cool.
What a great idea. Everyone's coming up with great ideas these days.
Well, what about Jake? Really hasn't. We're still working on Jake's great idea. Jake's great idea. What was your great idea? Jake's great idea was. Don't you remember yesterday you were talking about for masks for the earrings? What is it? The ear band that goes on a mask. You got to have something like. You put on your sunglasses where it can hang around your neck. So you'll always have your mask around your neck. It'll just
like drop it.
Like little clips, like little alligator clips that'll clip to the mask so that when you're ready to use it, it's right there. You don't have to search around for your mask. It's hanging around your neck all the time.
Yeah, that's not a world I want to live in, Drew.
Okay, all right. Never mind. Anyway, 239-479-5592 is the Tri-Town Construction talk and text line. Kids going back to school. How you feel about that? You got one little Johnny, and one day that child's going to be in school. Have you thought about this? Have you had any thoughts on it?
Yeah, I mean, I really feel like like I've said before, I'm more concerned about the office staffs and the older teachers than the kids. If you're a parent that has kids and you've been home since March with your child every single day, you're ready for them to go back to school. I think it's worth the chance, to be brutally honest with you.
Well, it's not. So, is it? Well, hold on. Why is look at
enough is enough.
Jake's laughing. He thinks it's not about there being a chance or not. Hold on a second. Slow down. You say that now, but when little Johnny if little Johnny was at the school bus stop there and he was going, Daddy, Daddy. And he was like, I can't do it. I just can't. And I'm not even talking about COVID. I'm just talking about in the regular world when it's time for you to send your kid off to school and take him to the bus for the first time and they're looking at you and you're just like, this is normal. I'm telling you. I can't do it. I'm not saying I did that or anybody in my family. Oh, that happened to me with my mom and it was traumatic and I cried on the bus and then the bus couldn't leave and everybody was late for school because of me. I'm not saying I did that. Yes, I am. But the point is this, that you have to have the numbers. You need to have the statistics. We need to know whether or not there truly is an issue of safety when it comes to our kids going back to the schoolroom. And we have the data and we have the numbers. And maybe what I'll do is I'll have you go now and I'll get into that portion of the program, unless you want to hang around.
Go ahead. Go do your thing. Here's what I want. Here, before as we get into this, which is important stuff, I just want to remind people one more time what we're doing here.
Yes,
please do. We're changing the world. Okay?
Hmm?
We are renaming Lee County Trump County. We're ahead of that. So we want you to be part of it. We want you with us on that endeavor. So again, sign the petition. This is going to very important people. This is a very serious thing. This is the most serious thing that I've ever done in my life.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
No, I agree. No,
I want you to help me.
Listen, as long as
that's my plea. We're doing really good. We've already got a couple hundred signatures. Don't be the person who's like, I'm not going to do it, because don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy or gal.
Yeah.
All right. Join us.
Go do your thing.
All right.
Hey, great job today. Really, really good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I got to go.
Bye.
All right, there he goes. The John Cassio. You can trust that if it comes out of John Cassio's mouth at 239-479-5592 is the Tri-Town Construction talk and text line streaming live on the YouTubes. There we are at Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's. It's change.org. You can do that. And maybe you like the idea. Trump County, we get ahead of this. Come on, we got to join the cause. Let's make some movement happen. Viral, like Mike Opelka on Fox and Friends with the Goya thing. Maybe we can be the next one on Fox and Friends, changing to Trump County. Who knows what we can do here in Southwest Florida if we stick together. All right, let's talk about this. This is serious. How do pediatricians feel when asked about whether or not we should have kids go back to school? Now, if you're the media, you certainly are hyping the fact that this is the worst idea ever. If the president, here's what the president should do. The president should say, all the kids have to stay home, and so do the parents. Nobody's allowed to leave their house. And then the media would be like, that's ridiculous. Everybody back to school, back to work. See, just because they do the complete opposite. You know how that goes. But the point is we really need to know from pediatricians how they feel about this, from doctors how they feel about this, not spin from places and media outlets that want you to believe that everything is death and destruction and dangerous, and you got to have full-on panic 24/7 because that's how, as Dan Bongino put it, said the panic merchants, that's how they do this, that's how it works. We don't want that. We want the data, we want the science, we want the facts. When the panic merchants like MSNBC or NBC News go out and they ask 5 trusted pediatricians their thoughts on about kids going back to school, and they ask the question, what about your kids? Would you send them?
Would you let your kids go back to school?
I will. My kids are looking forward to it.
Yes.
That's 1.
Period. Absolutely.
That's 2.
Absolutely.
That's 3.
As much as I can.
Without a hesitation.
Without a hesitation, yes.
That's 4.
I have no concerns about sending my child to school in the fall.
That's
I would let my kids go back to school.
Dr. John Torres, NBC News.
They all said yes.
The guy, the host at MSNBC was like, they all said yes. I thought for sure if we did a segment like this, they would make it sound as if we should have all of our kids stay home, right? But they didn't. Why didn't they? Now, again, we need to make sure that, I'm looking at for example, Wink News, high positivity rate of COVID-19 in children in Southwest Florida. Then I see in the same story, officials at Lee Health report that they are seeing a higher positive rate, about 40%, but that may be due to the fact that they only test kids showing symptoms. So if the kids have symptoms, then they are testing them. That there is, according to what we see here, we're seeing a percent positive with our practice of somewhere between 15 and 20%. Those numbers may sound alarming, but the most recent available data from the Florida Department of Health indicates that there may be a low estimate. Maybe 46% of kids are testing positive. Do they even show symptoms? Are they going to hospitals? The answer is they're showing some symptoms, but they're not going to ICU beds and filling up hospitals. What are the facts? Again, the evidence, according to the Wall Street Journal opinion piece about kids and the case for reopening schools, scientific, health, economic, argues overwhelmingly for schools to open in the fall. Start with the relative immunity of young children to the disease, which should reassure parents. What do they say? According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, 30 children under age 15 have died from COVID-19. In a typical year, 190 children die of the flu, 436 from suicide, 625 from homicide, 4,114 from unintentional deaths like drowning. Only two children under age 18 have died in Chicago. Fewer than were killed in shootings in a recent weekend. In New York City, 0.03% of children under age 18 have been hospitalized for COVID. And 7.5 and 1 million have died. The death rate for those over 75 is more than 2,200 times higher than for those under 18. The story goes on to talk about, again, how children have been shielded from the virus so far, the numbers in their favor. There is a study out, a couple of studies. One in particular, a major pediatric journal, saying at the current time, children do not appear to be super spreaders. They're not spreading. Governments worldwide should allow kids to go back. This is the study. These are the numbers that are being shown by this arch. I'm looking at this. Where did this come from? Okay, this is from a study that was from Alasdair Monroe and Saul Faust, talking about the SARS-CoV-2 infections. The article that I'm looking at here is one from Human Mortality Database, run by UC Berkeley and the Max Planck Institute for Demographic Research in Germany. Weekly mortality rates by age group for the U.S. and most European countries dating back to 2000. And the Swedish data, Sweden being the place that they're looking at for the data and the specifics because of the fact that they didn't have lockdowns. The kids went back to school on time. There was no change in what was happening with education in Sweden. And we come to find out that the COVID numbers and the mortality rates from January of 24th of 2020 to this time period right now were lower than usual for any time within the past 20 years, on average, and lower than any time in the past 20 years, that there was not any kind of spike that was happening specific to kids going back to school when it comes to the mortality rate of children getting the disease. What we do know now more than ever is that according to all the evidence that we have, the science and the data, not the feels, that we do know that the issues and the mortality in this country and across the globe is ages 55 and up, certainly in the 60 and up in age group, and certainly in the 70 and 80 age groups. And we know this, and we know about comorbidities. This is something that we talk about over and over and over again. We know this, and yet when we're given evidence that would show that closing schools might be a greater public health risk to children than having schools reopen, that we are told by Dr. Robert Redfield at the CDC that that's part of the guidance is the issues of having kids not going back to school and what that means with depression and suicide and anxiety, and then knowing the data that would show that there is nothing that would suggest that there is this high mortality rate at all when it comes to kids and going back to school, that we have to make decisions based on data, science, the facts, everything that is laid out in front of us. And unfortunately, we don't get that. Now, having said that, if you're a parent who is worried, if you're someone who has a child who has asthma or a condition that you're concerned about, then by all means, there's got to be a way that we can make accommodations for certain individuals. Like, there's no one answer. There should be multiple answers to multiple situations, should there not? It seems that way. Like we can walk and chew gum at the same time. Like, we can find answers to questions that people may have about their specific situation. We can, and we should, and we will. All right. Let's find out what's happening with the remainder of our forecast today with Wink News meteorologist Brittany Van Voorhees.
Temperatures this afternoon peaking near 93 degrees with heat indices up to 108. Few spotty showers